color.
Hiya, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my wonderful people filled with greatness. Your girl's back at it with some more Cafe Unshant. So last we left off was me becoming the bride of Canis, not the World Tree Bride, but the bride. So after that, I had to discover that apparently there were certain choices I had to select during chapters 1 through 8 in order to unlock my other wonderful boys. So once I got that, I am ready to start with Ignis's chapter. I was going to do Rindo because I unlocked him after Canis, but I had to go in order from what I said. It was, well, I probably mixed it up now, but it was Canis and then Ignis and then number 2 and then, no, Rindo and then number 2 and then Messier. So yes, that's the order I'm going to go in right here. So we're going to leave off at the tail end of chapter 8 because all of them, from what I can tell, we'll start off the same way. So let's go from right here. This will be the start of Ignis's chapter. And it was super cute, their little date in chapter 7 where he took her to the park. And since he's related to the canine family, since he's a wolf, all the dogs were coming up to him and he liked to act all tough, but he was liking them dogs even though I'm a cat. So so let's get into it from where Canis's not Canis. See, I'm so used to Canis now. I got to switch my word. Ignis picks up. Considering how late it was, I didn't think anyone else would be here, but I ran into Ignis, who was just coming out of the kitchen. I just sort of woke up. What are you doing, Ignis? Although there can only be so many things you'd be doing coming from the kitchen. Heck yeah, go ahead and make that steak and baked potato, some salad, a French crusty bread, egg roll, just everything. I figure. I could just whip something up for you real quick if you'd like. This is coming from Saving Amasaki Island, for those who don't know. That's for me. Is this Ignis watching out for my health in his own little way? Okay, I'll make a ton of food for breakfast tomorrow to make up for it. Because I'm Renoni-sama. I think that was mostly because I was too shocked to act on any fear I had. Oh, but I was pretty surprised to see that giant wall of flames out over the ocean. Those were your flames, right, Ignis? Makes sense. I'm sure. Doing that could melt the ground around him there and he'd sink in the freezing ocean. I'm starting to feel a bit cold just thinking about that. As my body shivers at the cold in my imagination, that didn't even really exist. Huh? Oh, no, I'm actually not. Not just warm milk, you gotta put some cocoa in that thing, something. Huh? Yeah. I wasn't actually cold, but I already felt like I wanted to drink some anyway, so I just nod and reflex. A few minutes later, Ignis came back, bringing out in both his hands a cup of hot milk and a carbonated drink. We find ourselves sitting beside each other. Ignis fans away at his carbonated drink as he spoke. Meanwhile, after I stare at the gentle steam coming off of the warm milk he carefully began to pour for me. Okay, thanks. I slowly bring it to my lips and tasting the gentle flavor of my drink. You just gonna end it off right there? Okay, all right. No matter what strange things happen in the world, the morning will always find its way to greet us the next day. To provide hospitality in those mornings and the day to inevitably follow is my duty. Yes, for those who are human and those who aren't. I know I already read this, I'm just reading it again. That's for me. Hello, welcome to Cafe and Shant. No matter who my guest is, I'll always greet them with a kind smile. Where memories and the aroma of coffee fill the room in this strange and sprightly cafe. So it should, hopefully, be chapter 1 for Ignis. Yeah, let's go! There's my lover boy right there. I guess I should say man, but I'm just gonna say boy. Some more dots. In the sea, I see for the first time. I don't know anyone. A big, icy, and narrow road. I found it. It excites me. So, I wanted to explore. I came without telling mom, dad, or my friends. I paddled far and noticed something peculiar. A wall of ice, lots of strange shapes. So beautiful, yet mysterious. It lures me in. Dots. I see someone. I paddle underwater to avoid detection. Several more dots. Some more dots. I don't like this. The voice scares me. The scary voice keeps repeating itself. Which is more dots. On and on and on. So I memorized it. It said, I wonder if this is how Ignis came to be, or maybe his people and Bestia. Back at the cafe. Oh, I had to y'all for real that time. I shot up in my bed, opening my phone screen to check the time. Huh? It's 6 a.m. Did I fall asleep too early last night? That sounds just like me, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm asleep at 10 and I wake up every morning at least by 6:15 because your girl gotta work early, unfortunately. It was earlier than I intended to wake. Even so, it was best not to waste time snoozing. Since I'm wide awake, I might as well prep for breakfast. Heck yeah, some pancakes, some sausage, some hash browns, some biscuit. Heck yeah. I'm making myself hungry. I change into a fresh set of clothes and make my way down to the empty cafe. Oh, Karoro. I hear a cute yet desperate voice squeak faintly. Huh? It must be my baby. Oh, I knew it. It's Karoro. Huh? Didn't Karoro leave yesterday to return to Bestia? So then why is Karoro here? That's from me. Karoro flopped over on the ground, slapping the floor of the cafe with its tiny paws. I trace its gaze. That's from Ignis. Right next to the portal stood the guardian who took Karoro swimming. Ignis found here laying face down on the floor. Some dots. More dots. Wait. What? The situation puzzled me at first glance, but I rushed over to him out of reflex. Ignis, what happened? Don't tell me you were attacked or worse, injured in Bestia? As I shook Ignis's shoulders with panicked hands, I noticed his ears twitch. I don't know how she thought, well, I thought he was going to be down and out. It's Ignis, come on. Huh? He fainted out of hunger. Some dots for me. And Karoro. The timing was so comedic, I almost flipped over. One hour later, 7 a.m. I hate seeing that time. That's my work time. Boo! That's gonna be me in a minute because I done talked me up a storm of hunger now. He nearly gulped the food I set out for him in one breath and chugged a glass of soda. He took a deep breath. Goodness, you scared me. I'm pretty sure you have some food reserves in your stomach there, but alright, I'll take it. I wish it took more than a little hunger to push the so-called strongest beast to the brink of death. Karoro agrees. Well, maybe it was more than a little hunger. I mean, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but how in the world can you stomach so much food this early in the morning? I glance at the table counter, staring in awe at plate after plate after plate after plate. A literal mountain of plates. I took pause, thinking to myself, each plate had a fairly hefty portion on it. All of which now sat inside Ignis's stomach. He topped off the meal with an order of dessert which he normally didn't eat. I suppose he was positively famished. Won't all of this give you heartburn? He said, I'm just getting started. What? I'm all out of ingredients already. Your appetite is something else today.
今回は向こうでいつもより多く喧嘩を売られてな。追い散らそうと暴れ回ったら派手にやりすぎてこのざまだ。
I was struck by the image of Ignis pummeling a mountain of beasts with his fists. Sucks to be you per usual, but I'm glad you're not hurt. Looks like Kuroro is happy swimming in familiar waters too. Kuroro took great pleasure swimming in its hometown. Its eyes and body glimmered as he splashed in the water. Now that you're here, why don't you stay here and rest? My cooking been good, boy. What you mean? But thank you. I chuckle in agreement. There wasn't a lot of menu items that you'd see in restaurants, just stuff I like to cook at home. Oh. I just realized something. I think this is the first time that you've told me you liked my food to my face. Ignis lit up uncharacteristically as if I was teasing a secret. Yep. You've said to me no complaints or something like that before. Yeah, that's from Ignis, because you know I'm right. Just when I thought Ignis's gaze had darted out of shyness from my affirmation, he began to piece together an incoherent babble of words. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I'm more to like nowadays. Mm-hmm. Kuroro like, you lying. I'm sure it's wants to. I'll just say I'm sure Kuroro wants to. Well, I guess Ignis tried his best, whatever that was, to praise my cooking. That much I understood. You don't have to force it. Clearing the plate is the biggest compliment that I could ask for. But it is flattering to hear you say it yourself. Thanks, Ignis. That's from Ignis. You know what? Oh, I'm so into it, y'all. Oh, really? Right, that's from me. What does he mean by that? Just as I thought to ask him. Yeah, of course, come interrupt. The door of the portal opened, signaled by a lively chiming bell.
Oh, hiyo. と言ってもちょい早だけど。おはよう。営業時間より少し早いはずだ。
Oh, it's just so weird seeing Kanas now after he asked me to marry him. Oh, it's just forever gonna be in my heart. Welcome, you two. You're right. Did you think we had an early bird special? As soon as the regulars from another world appeared through the portal. Good morning, two. The sleepy-looking two descended down to the center of the cafe, flapping his wings. One after another, my non-human guests gathered at the cafe. The familiar setting had a charming and wistful air about it. I welcomed everyone with a smile.
注文構わないかな。簡単な軽食とかでいい。
I have no ingredients. You can thank your boy Ignis for that. Sure. How may I take your... Right. I was just about to say, that's for me. Yeah. Oops. I'm sorry. We've been cleared of just about everything except for coffee. I know, right? It's the worst. I know, Ignis, with your fatty pack. Ignis lets out an awkward peep, realizing the consequences of his actions. Yeah, let it out. Let it all the way out. Messire and Canis stood in acknowledgement of this together and looked over at Ignis.
そこのテーブルに重なっている大量の皿や菓子の包装紙などは。
ああ、なるほど。うちの狼くんが食べ尽くしちゃったわけね。
Yep. Sure did. Someone had quite the appetite. I only stocked food enough for a regular day's work to begin with, so the realization dawned upon two who blinked in panic as he overheard my words. That's why he ate up your dessert too. I just said it. Yes. I know. No, number 2, that disappointed look. No! I never want to see it, but I saw it. That's from Ignis. It seemed Ignis pitied too, despite his usual proclivity for making the latter the butt of a joke.
買い出し行ってくるわ。もう8時も近いし、この時間でも開いてる店はあんだろ。
If a grocery store isn't open at 8, then you're not a grocery store. Okay. Oh, I'll join you. You wouldn't know what to buy if you went alone, would you?
お、悪いけど頼むわ。
Yeah, you better be. I got ready, then departed from Enchant with Ignis.
はい、毎度。今日は随分と買い込むじゃねえか、ジョーちゃん。
Oh, this used to be me and Canis's. See, this is what I'm saying. You just get so used to one and then now you're switching. It's just, I'm not used to it. Well, it's more of a restock, actually.
はっは。さては久しぶりにイグニスの悪い癖が出ちまったな。
Yep.
せえ、ハゲ親父。売り上げに貢献してやってんだから。 余計なこと言うんじゃねえぞ。
まだハゲてねえぞ。生え際がちょいと、ちょこっとこんな。いや。
Right, faint is not thinning. That's funny.
それをハゲと言わずになんて言えっつんだよ。
Oh, Ignis in his eyes. To an outsider, it might look as though Ignis is picking a fight with this humble shopkeeper, but apparently this was a normal exchange between Ignis and the owner. Light-hearted banter between friends. I handed the plastic bag filled with vegetables to Ignis as the shopkeeper said, "Come again." I bowed to him and made our way to the next shop.
最初の店からこの量がさすがに食いすぎたんだ。
Yep. Now you're feeling it, ain't you? You're gonna carry that weight. You're right. We don't have to restock everything today, just enough to get us through the day. After agreeing on our plan of action, we continued walking through the market, but judging by what that produce vendor said, this wasn't your first time eating so much in one sitting, huh?
ジジイの時にもたまにあったな。
Once or twice? I doubt that.
だが、なんとなくなんか食いてえって思う程度なんだけど。派手な喧嘩をした後はいつも以上にかなり腹が減るんだよな。
Maybe you're exerting yourself too much?
かもな。ベスティアには飯なんて概念はねえし、昔は気にならなかったんだよな。
So you was just running off the adrenaline of battle or something?
アンシャンテで飯のうまさを知ってからは腹が減るのが当たり前みたいになっちまった。
That's not the worst problem, is it? We continued our conversation as we made our rounds to the shops that were open. The time was nearing 10 o'clock.
あれそこにいるのって
Who is it? It better not be Dromi.
兄貴
I knew it was Dromi. You just everywhere, bro. Oh, Dromi. I couldn't hide my shock as I saw him jog over. How couldn't you hide your shock? He's just a mainstay by Ignis' side at this point. Because...
おい、その器具をどうやって作り上げたんだてめえは。今日アンシャンテのゲート通ってねえだろ。
Yeah. If he arrived to the cafe and proceeded to follow us after we had left, then it would not be much of a coincidence.
いやなんか前に店に行った時 GPM のミカドとかいう変な人間に会ったんすけど、その時にすっかり意気投合してあっちで固定してるホールを自由に使わせてもらうようになったんす。これで兄貴に締め出されてもいつでもアンシャンテに来放題っすよ。
Dromi wore a triumphant smile as he struck a gallant pose.
あの変人、余計なことしやがって。
Sounds like you've gotten comfortable here. You're even making some friends. Sorry, Dromi, I hadn't wanted you to feel obligated to come shop with us.
大丈夫っすよ。ちょうど兄貴に会いにアンシャンテに向かうとこだったんで。
Dromi is a good person at heart. Although from time to time he had a delinquent streak in him, he offered to carry our groceries for us.
で、次はどこの店に向かう予定だったんですか？
Oh, one sec. I have a list somewhere. I pulled a shopping list out from my pocket, which I had scribbled hurriedly before we left the cafe. Let's see. We got the veggies, we had the fish, milk and eggs. Check. I'm just thinking about what that would make. You have veggies, fish, milk, and eggs. I wonder what the heck it is. All of a sudden, Ignis peeked over my shoulder to take a look at the note.
どうすんだ。自分で食っといてなんだけどよ。結構量がかさばると思う。
I know. Well, the meat is the fish, though. This boy wanted some steak with that. Some fish and steak. Ooh, y'all, let me stop. I think there's a great butcher this way who sells the best cuts of meat. Plus, if we buy in bulk, they'll give us a discount. Their selection is wonderful.
なあ、あとあれだ。イルの野郎にアイスも買ってやらねえと。
Oh, Ignis is... I just love his demeanor. He act like he don't care, but he care. Right. In that case, we may as well grab some for everyone else also.
何かしらあればあいつらも遠慮なくつまむだろう。
That's from Jomi. Jomi, who was following close behind us, timidly interjected.
ちょっといいっすか？前から気になってたんすけど、店主さんって兄貴のつがいなんすか？
Yes, I am.
は？
Ignis's reaction. As soon as Jomi popped his question, Ignis dropped all of the grocery bags he was carrying, spilling our food onto the ground. Dang, yo. Ah, the discounted eggs. Right. I'm like, hey, eggs is down there $10. I mean, I think it lowered to like $6 now, but dang, eggs is expensive. And then you said discounted eggs. Probably got that for like Aldi's price, probably like $2-3. Like, man, look, we gonna need some time traveler to like turn back time or something. As I cried out in worry, Ignis's cheeks began to blush. He started pressing on Jomi in typical fashion.
てめって俺はみ、こんなオーライでいきなり何を？
いやだって距離がすげえ近いし。
Well, if that's the case, then you guys can be mates in that case, because you're always by Ignis' side.
兄貴がメスとそんな仲良くしてるとこ他に見たことないっす。
寝ぼけたこと抜かしてんじゃねえ。使いとかなわけねえだろ。こいつとはあくまでそのなんだ。そう、ただの店主と客って関係だ。それ以上でもそれ以下でもね。
For now. Only for now. Uh-oh. These eggs are cracked. I lamented. Well, I was sad. I lamented quietly to myself while continuing to listen to the conversation. Mate? Lady?
ああ、なんだ。そうっすよね。俺もまさかとは思ったんすよ。よりにもよって最強の兄貴が弱っちい人間のメスを選ぶとか、天地がひっくり返ってもないっすよ。
わかりゃいいが、その言い方を寄せって。
でも最強の兄貴にふさわしいメスって魔獣の中でもなかなかいないっすよね。あ、でも前に腕っぷしのいいメスがいるって褒めてたっすよね。
Aggressive female, you say? Who was this female? Who's been hanging around you, Ignis?
そのメスとはどうなったんすか？結構なアプローチ受けてたはずっすよね。
今すぐその無駄に滑る口を閉じろよ。
なんかデジャブ。そして兄貴、そこは口じゃなくてこめかみっす。
Mate? Choose? Female? Oh, as I repeated the words to myself, watching Ignis's desperate reaction, it clicked. It became clear what Jomi meant. It must be how they refer to a girlfriend in Bestia, right? Which is in I keep saying Bestia. Bestia basically refers to husband and wife or lovers, which is a pair. This is often used in the human world in the same way for animal mates as well. Even amongst beasts, there had to be women. I recall meeting one in Bestia before. Bestia. It's one of those words. I'm just gonna call it best. Something like that. I suppose it wouldn't be too surprising if Ignis had a romantic story or two. It occurred to me perhaps that it would be awkward if the barista of his favorite cafe were to hear them. Hence his panicked, animated denial. Yep, at this point I have to give Ignis some peace of mind. Hey, Ignis!
なんだ。
Ignis let go of Jomi's face and quickly spun around to face me. Then I made a deliberate decision. I responded to their lengthy debate with a wholesome smile. This mate thing you're talking about? When you get yourself a girlfriend, don't hesitate to bring her to Enchant, okay? I gladly welcome her. Oh my gosh. That would be a response I would do. Not knowing that Ignis has the hots for me. Me. Right? Oh my gosh. Looks like we're probably heading back to the cafe next. Yep. I just love his shirt. If I ever get a chance, I'll get a shirt just like that. I kicked the door open with the furor echoing the shock ringing in my head. I'm probably Ignis now, so I'm gonna try and give a man voice. I know, you should have joined Kana's. I missed Kana's chapter already. It was 4 chapters, but it just flew by so quick for me. I aggressively handed the entire grocery haul to Canis as he approached. The muscle brain, while initially flustered, accepted the groceries out of reflex.
心配しねえでも後から来る。カネス、荷物はてめえが全部厨房に運んどけ。俺は部屋でこのアホトラにいろいろと話をつけなきゃなんねえからな。
After leaving the food with Canis, I grabbed Jomi by the scruff of his neck, holding him high up in the air. Number 2, Jomi's. They're supposed to be, unless they're a fallen angel. Nope. Yeah, number 2 is about to be vamos. I figured. He said, I'll pray. That's a nice gesture, I guess. Yeah, man, especially some butter pecan. I'll choose some ice cream over anybody any day.
じゃあ行くぞ、アホトラ。男同士、久しぶり、ゆっくりと語り合うとしようじゃねえか。
I took my sweet time heading upstairs, scaring him with slow, ominous steps.
できればお断りしたいっす。兄貴のお話し合いって大体握られた拳による物理的な。
Yep. Got him good right in the noggin. Ten minutes later.
お前マジで何しに来やがった？俺をキレさせに来たのか？
The stupid tiger bowed his pummeled head, which had swelled from the beating, as if he was stung by a horde of bees. Dots for me? But not even beating could cheer me up. Aw. Because of him, Renoni is now aware of a lot of things that she shouldn't have been. Well, it's not like this changes anything, since she knows it all. She knows and all, but what if things do change? That's from me. That's from a noni probably. I'm just guessing now. What's with her? She casually brushed off his comment about that other female too. As if that's not bad enough, she told me to invite my mate over to the cafe with a smile. I figured guys just want to feel loved. You don't want to just sit there and say, oh, it's okay with me. Sometimes they want a little possessiveness, a little bit of jealousy. While I went on my irritated rant, the stupid tiger's face started to heal. So what? I'm probably gonna hit him some more. The regularly scheduled ass whoopings have been giving him since we were kids have toughened him up. Oh, what's going on?
あの牛どもがどうかしたのかよ。
どうかしたのかって、あいつらについて探ってこいっつったの兄貴っすよね。
ああ、そういやそうだったな。
I had completely forgot about them after the fiasco in Amasaki Island.
で、なんか奴らに動きがあったのか。今更すぎる気もするけどよ。
いや、それが逆なんすよね。
は
Jomi turns his head, reporting his findings in a contemplative tone.
あいつら、なぜかあちこちの縄張りから数をどんどん減らしてるんすよ。
Is that not a good thing, or is it the top of the food chain type of thing where if one predator disappears, then it just affects the whole ecosystem? So let's see.
他の魔獣に戦いをけしかけてるわけでもないのに、どこ行っちゃったんすかね。
Unless they came to the human world. Oh my gosh, what the heck? That's what I'm thinking. Oh man, y'all.
俺らにとっちゃ平穏でいい話っすけど、なんか嫌な予感がするっていうか。
Same, Jomi, same.
あの血に飢えた牛ども、姿を消した
Doesn't make sense. Plus, as much as I hate to admit it, this kid has a knack for making wild, cowardly hunches that are usually right. So if he's got a bad feeling about it,
ろくでもねえことが起きなきゃいいわ。
right, looks like it's probably back to my perspective. Oh no, we're back in Medio. Oh yay! Hopefully this is maybe hopefully the queen is still safe from Canis' chapter. I hope it carries on the progress. And that's what happened. A day had passed since Ignis dragged Jomi by his neck and left me behind. I was attending a tea party at Medio's, which was more of a girls' day. Titania nodded kindly as she picked at the tray of cookies I brought over. So very cute. My homie Vindog! While Titania seemed to enjoy herself, Vindog sat beside her, sighing in resignation. I wonder if they are reluctant to let Titania overhear gossip of this nature. However, it seems her investment in our chat led them to refrain from interrupting. Well, if I recall, by the time I made it back to the cafe, I talked to Monsieur and the others about it. At that time, Rendo was already there.
そんな話があったんだ。
Yes, it's a little unusual, isn't it? I wasn't aware Ignis was a ladies' man.
なになにイグニスの話が気になる感じ
Of course you gotta come with your demon ears. Oh, not really, but I return a bitter smile at Monsieur. It's just that it felt refreshing to discuss everyone's romantic lives.
ああでもそうだねそういった話は今までなかったか
Yes, now we get into the juice. This is what I waited to hear.
ミシェルの魔族については知らぬがイルや我天使も妖精も恋愛が必須な種族ではない
Stop lying, Con. It's on your bra. You just gonna forget me like that? You gonna abandon me? You do have a need for romance.
我らに比べればベスティアは比較的人間に近い恋愛感があるかと思うぞ
うちでも似たような見解があったな。繁殖行動とかベスティアは人間界の動物と似てる部分が
Oh, interesting.
イグニスも若いしそういった話があっても何ら不思議じゃないよね
I can't remember if they mentioned their ages, although I know Monsieur would be the oldest of the bunch. Maybe closely tied to two. Rendo, of course, is the youngest. And so maybe Ignis and Canas. No, I know Canas is 500, at least 500 years old. So Ignis is still young. I wonder how old he is then. We shall find out shortly, I guess.
実力主義のベスティアでは男女問わず強さが魅力だったかと
Ah, I think I know what you mean.
生き残るっていうのがベスティアでの最大の目的だろうし、強さは大事な判断基準なんだろうね。
だとするとやっぱり
Monsieur stirred the contents of his coffee mug with a dexterous hand, flashing an elegant but devilish smile, of course.
特殊な立場とはいえ最強の座に立つイグニスはああ見えて結構モテるんだろうね
See that smile? I don't think I ever seen Monsieur looking like that. What the heck? With that little line underneath his left eye. Look at you, Monsieur.
では頭蓋とやらを見つけた暁には彼は常連の中で初の恋人持ちとなるわけですねその時にはぜひ愛の奇跡を聞かせていただきたいものです
Stop. You guys are making me blush because you know it's me. You know it's gonna be me. Two responded with dreamy eyes, indulging himself with several. Dang, boy, how much ice cream you gonna eat? He's eating several bites of ice cream still. Dang.
てめえら
Yep, we talk about you. Yours truly, Ignis.
俺がいねえのはいいことに何を勝手な妄想を膨らませてやがる
Ignis came sprinting downstairs full speed, slamming his fists angrily onto the table.
階段を上がったり降りたりとお前も世話しないがドローミとの話はもう良いのか
さっきも悲鳴が聞こえたし、終わったといえば終わったんじゃない？
Okay, so still same day. Okay. Because I was saying, well, how long you gonna eat that ice cream too?
話をそらすんじゃねえあとあのアホトラならあっさり回復して今はのんきに漫画読んでやがるっての
Ignis barked at everyone, eliciting laughter from the room. Then, for some reason, he turns to face me. I braced myself, meeting his sharp gaze before he delivered a desperate
いい
plea.
か今日聞いたことは全 プ忘れろ。俺は色恋沙汰になんて興味ねえ。適当に喧嘩ができりゃそれでいい。だからこいつらやドローミの話を鵜呑みにすんじゃねえぞ。わかったな。
Nope, I don't got it. Okay, let me go ahead and save right here real quick. Let me go ahead and save it on up. All right, so sure, or I didn't say anything. I don't know, y'all. Forget everything. I didn't say anything, or sure. I'll just say sure. Sure, if you say so, Ignis. Besides, prying into other people's relationships is a bit rude, right? Huh? That's it. So, okay, let me go ahead and load that up because now I know how everything works. Each decision means something. So, yeah. So I'll go, I didn't say anything just to see what that root is. Of course, I would never be so bold to tell you how to live, but they might disagree. I glance over. You already know.
それはやっぱり単純な強さは外せないでしょ。性格も勝ち気な感じのことか。
Well, in that case, it may not be me. Well, I think my character in the game has a little bit of a competitive edge. She knows how to speak up when it counts.
ビジュアル的にはやっぱ筋肉？もしかして
No! Ignis and Connors would be kind of cute though. Ah!
なんとであればなかなか難しい状況。
Connors got the clap back Connors.
イグニスの良縁のためにも我並みの体
He said with my body type, right? With your face type. Boy ain't got no face. That's from Ignis. See? If anything, maybe you should put it into that gossip circle over there.
証拠りもなくてか気色悪い想像すんじゃねえ。
I think I'm gonna stick with this line. So that's it. As I concluded my story, Titania paused momentarily before breaking into a chuckle.
若いの反応の一つ一つが愉快でたまらん。
I love Titania so much. I'm so glad we rescued her. I'm so glad I did Connors chapter first.
炎を司るということもあり、少々あの魔種イグニスには苦手意識を感じておったが。
I ain't gonna lie, like if I wasn't in the game, I would love to see Ignis and Titania. Oh, I may have to look at some fan drawings. I don't know, that would be super cute. She nods once.
やはり偏見は良くないの。今度こちらに訪れることがあれば、根掘り葉掘り話を聞き出し、いや、交流してみるとしよう。
She wanna interrogate the living heck out of him. I caught that slip up, queen.
彼を怒らせるとメディオ全体が燃えかねないので自重してくれませんか、陛下。
No need to worry, Vendog. We all helped out this world before. I could see him in my mind, clear as day, raging in his cloak of flames. A few days after the tea party, on a day I normally had off from work.
だからわざわざ同行しなくていいのに。
Of course I did, little bro. Yes, I did. If I had let you go off by yourself, you'd ditch your periodic checkup. Yeah, that's from you. I persuaded Karya to let me take him to his periodic checkup at the GPM. After answering a series of questions from Mikado, Karya passed his checkup. We conversed on a train ride back home. Thankfully, it seems as though no major issues were found in Karya's body. Tremendous news. Karya, what are your plans after this? Do you want to stop by Enchant for a bit?
そうしようかな。特に予定もないし。あれ？お前、カリアじゃん。
Is that Dromy again? Oh my goodness. Why does it keep leaving question marks when that boy been known? Karya, immersed in thought, perked up as a boy similar in age to him ran over. So okay, probably not Dromy. Karya, do you know him?
クラスメート。どうも。てかカリアってお姉さんいたの？
If he was a classmate, he should know that you ain't got no sister. So, well, just classmates. Not like they share secrets or anything.
違う。なんていうか、普段世話になってる人っていうか。へえ、いいな。こんな優しそうなお姉さんと知り合いなんて。
Back off. I ain't trying to catch a charge. I'm a whole adult out here.
お前、普通にお姉さんいるじゃん。うちのお姉ちゃんはさ、姉という名の
I know. I had two sisters and they can be that word too.
いきなり死んだ目になるなよ。この人が戸惑ってんじゃん。
Well, you ain't freaking the real me out. I mean, shoot, it happens. Women can be that, men can be that. Oh shit, I pushed it twice. Rewind. It's okay. I'm having fun here. In truth, I had always wanted a sibling, but maybe it's not all fun and games. It's not.
あ、そうだ。カリア、今日暇？うち遊び来いよ。新しいゲーム買ったんだ。他のやつも呼んで対戦しようぜ。
He's like, I don't want to do that. Look at his face. He's like, nah, I'm good. The little sweat trickling down his cheek.
俺も行っていいの？
Oh, maybe he wants to join. He's just surprised. Okay.
いいから誘ってんじゃん。
Oh, Karya, making friends out here, leaving me all alone. Dots from Karya. Karya's eyes met mine as if he were asking my permission. Go ahead, boy. Right. Go ahead. You're welcome at the cafe anytime. Just be mindful of your condition.
ありがとう。じゃあ、行ってくる。
He thanked me, his cheeks rosy from blush, then followed after his classmate. Ever since he started coming to Enchant, it seems like his condition has gotten stable and is getting easier to attend school. From the looks of things, it seemed he was beginning to get along with his classmates again. How touching. It was such a relief to see him improve, both physically and mentally. I took the path back to Enchant, humming a spontaneous melody to an original tune. It was the perfect day for a walk. I was never much of an athlete, but this weather incited an urge within me to move my body. As the thought crossed my mind, what the heck's going on down there? That's for me. I heard a familiar, lively cheer towards a park I enjoyed passing through. I wonder if it's going to be the dogs. I wonder if Ignis is there. Let's see what's going on, y'all. I wonder what's going on. Normally, the park was serene, quiet, a place to collect one's thoughts. But these were upbeat, rousing voices. At least it didn't sound like trouble. Would it be worth checking out? No, I wouldn't have done that. I entered the park, walking in the direction of the cheery voices. Look at this guy. This guy here. I saw him soar through the air. With the skateboard under his feet, he sticks a perfect landing. Newly constructed walls molded in the shape of waves were placed around the park. There. Ignis zipped along the side of the ramp, using his momentum to speed up. Whoa! He shifted his weight, lowering himself as he leapt higher, the board flipping below him. That was so cool! I couldn't help from cheering like a child, applauding him alongside the other watchers. Then I noticed Ignis stop riding, perhaps because he recognized my voice in the crowd, and exited the ramp area. From there, he sauntered all over to me, holding his board with one hand. Just passing by. So what kind of event is this? I posed my question, pointing at the towering wall, which I inferred was a skate park. Huh? I never knew courses like this were so easy to set up. So Ignis, are you a skater? Tight. Seriously? This is your first time and you're already this good? I was privy to how athletic he was, how easily every sport came to him, but even so, it was impressive. Ignis, I guess there's no sport you can't play. Well, way to be humble there. Oh, you mean like, what is it, ping pong, baseball? Ping pong, baseball? Ping pong? But I bet you ain't do ping pong. Let's do this one. Can you play ping pong too? Okay, let me go back. Because y'all know now, I know what I know. I know to just select both of them. So let's go with baseball. So, can you play baseball too? Okay. I'm gonna stick with this. It seemed like he likes baseball more than ping pong. So, yeah. I don't know. But he mentioned the old man, so let's see. Dang. Oh, I believe you. Oops, didn't mean to imply that. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the other one. I know, y'all. Don't mind me. Now you got me. I'm over here knowing everything. I'm gonna choose the ping pong and stick with that. I'm sticking with ping pong. Final choice. Oh, you played matches with Grandpa? Oh wow, I would love to see that. Canis and Ignis. Eee! Okay, final answer. I'm sticking with this one. He has happy memories from this one. Yeah, I'm glad I chose this one. Seems like the match got out of hand, no? But judging from what I know about Grandpa's personality, he was no doubt cheering them on, holding a can of juice in one hand as he hooted and hollered in the crowd. Towards the end of Ignis's anecdote, I probably said that word wrong. A new challenger zipped through the course, summoning a chorus of applause. Since the competition was a limited event, I felt foolish to return to the cafe so soon. In fact, hey, Ignis. Earlier, I noticed you skating in that corner over there. I was wondering if maybe you would be willing to show me more tricks? After all, the only time I got to spend with him was when we were both at Enchant, or the occasional grocery trip. I seldom got to see him in his element. His tricks were amazing to behold, so I selfishly wanted to see him perform them. When I proposed that Ignis do so, however, I was met with a hearty laugh.
ああ、いいぜ。俺もまだまだ滑るつもりだったからな。さっきよりド派手な技を決めてやるよ。しっかり見とけ。
Okay. For the rest of the day, I indulged in watching Ignis skate. It seems fun. I would love to do that. He performed his original tricks one after the next, leaving the spectators in awe until the competition concluded. On the way back home, because of how focused I was on him, just as he asked, I nearly missed the sunset. Ah, that was fun! Watching people skate up close is exhilarating. On the walk back to Enchant with Ignis as my escort, my adrenaline peaked.
俺からしたらお前のはしゃぎ用のがすごかったけどな。
Yeah, you gotta live through life with some excitement. You just can't be a do, just all humdrum about everything.
技決めるたびにぴょんぴょん跳ね上がって思わず吹き出すところだったっつう。
Oh, see, they just all have their cute moments. I thought nothing could surpass Connus except for maybe two and Monsieur. But Ignis is really good so far. I like it. I think I was taken by the spectacle of it all. At one point, you landed a string of tricks without breaking a sweat.
あ、気持ちはわかるぜ。俺だって格闘技とか見てると声上げちまうことあるし。
I bet. Ignis outstretched his arms like a hawk, full of confidence after a successful ride.
体を動かしてだいぶ頭もすっきりしたな。これで余計なことを考えずに済むぜ。
Useless junk? Did something happen?
ああ、別になんもねえんだわ。なんもねえのが気になる。
Oh, probably that aggressive female. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Connus is over here worried about a tree eating up everybody, and you over here with girl problems, but okay.
まあ隠すことでもねえし、一応お前にも話しとくか。
That's for me. As the two of us made our way back, Ignis recounted a story about the Minotaurs that he received from Jomi. Okay, so I'm over here assuming making an ass out of you and me. Wait, so the Minotaurs are gone? From what little I've seen of them, they came off rather aggressive. But how could such a fearsome clan vanish without a trace? It does seem a bit unsettling, doesn't it?
まあな。ただあいつらも調子に乗って他の魔獣とも散々やり合ってっからな。うっかりヘマして殺されちまったのかも。
Ignis's expression immediately dropped. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna be your mate, so I have to worry about this stuff. If I were to guess, that's how he would have finished his thought. No, don't worry. It's natural to be concerned about the welfare of your home. But still a hint of regret lingered behind Ignis's crestfallen eyes. He attempted to play it off hastily, changing the subject.
それよりあれだ。今日の夕飯って何にすんだ？
I knew it was only a matter before you thought of dinner. You're already thinking about food? Isn't it a little early? No, it's sunset. It's never too early for food.
それはまあそうなんだけど、最近前にも増して腹が減んだよな。ベスティアに戻るたびに襲ってくる魔獣もどんどん増えてやがるしよ。
What? You mentioned that pretty casually. Are you okay?
雑魚が束になったところで俺が負けるわけねえだろ。秒もかけねえで返り討ちで。ただ毎回襲ってくるタイミングがあまりに良すぎんだよな。まさかまだあっちで俺の動向がつかまれてない。
Ignis perked his nose upwards. He came to an abrupt halt, twitching as he sniffed the air. What's wrong?
この匂いは。ちょいお前はここで待ってる。
I know they're not back. The Minotaurs? Dots from Ignis.
やっぱ離れんな。俺についてこい。こっちだ。
Huh? What? I darted after Ignis, who veered off course in quick fashion without saying a word. Ignis spotted an alley that was tucked away from the main street, and I followed close behind. I tilted my head slightly, observing him as he tracked the scent. Yep. Then a large shadow began to loom over me. Huh? Dots from the mad Minotaur. What? Why was there a bestia Minotaur here? A bestia, something like that. Excuse how I pronounce certain things, y'all. I yelped, terrified by the beast. The shadow, a bipedal Minotaur, revealed its massive claws as it prepared to strike. That's for me. Before I had a chance to react, Ignis, light on his feet, circles the beast swiftly, then smashes its claws with a fist. But the Minotaur was unfazed. The beast raised its hulking arms, roaring as it broke into a menacing stride. But Ignis yet again managed to parry the incoming attack with ease. He countered with a strike to the Minotaur's gut, knocking the wind out of the beast. The immense impact caused the Minotaur to collapse in place before letting out a shrill cry. Thankfully, Ignis had the wherewithal to use only a portion of strength, keeping the nearby buildings from collapsing as well. One hit KO? Ignis's efficient display of combat prowess saved us, giving me no time to panic. Dots from Ignis. I half expected Ignis to crack a smile shortly after, but dots from Ignis. It looks like a half smirk though. Huh? I heard a resounding crunch. Ignis stomped on the unconscious Minotaur as if to add insult to injury, or perhaps the other way around. He delivered the finishing blow with a bellicose smile, reminding me of his killer instinct. Ultra combo! I just have to say that every time I hear that word. Chaos. killer instinct. What? Wait a minute, Ignis. Don't you think that's a bit extreme? I couldn't recall him being as ruthless the last time he encountered a Minotaur. Oh, no, go for that. Go for his juggler. He tried to kill me. I agree with that extra stump. Don't mind my in-game character, Ignis. Do you? When I grabbed the hem of his sleeve, he stopped in his tracks.
悪い。一回りでけえアルムムだったから加減を間違えちまった。
Ignis lifted his foot off of the Minotaur's torso, taking a peek at its unconscious face. I followed suit. My curiosity got the better of me. You beat it fairly easily. What's a beast doing out here, though?
そういや、前に水族館前でも似たようなことあったな。またホールにでも落ちたか。しても、なんでまたアルムなんだ。
Doubts from me? More doubts from me? Hey, Ignis.
なんだよ。今こっちは考え事の最中。
I remember Minotaurs and other bipedal species are conscious to a certain extent. What I think? I'm thinking of Death Stranding, y'all. Extinction entity. So they are conscious to a certain extent. They're sentient, aren't they? As I recall, the Minotaur who took Kurobo hostage and Bestia was different from the one we saw today. Compared to that Minotaur, considering that, didn't this one seem cruder, almost primitive? Now that you mention it. Oh, shoot. Excuse me, y'all. I'll let it play again. Here we go.
そういやそうだな。こいつ最初から最後まで鬱陶しい鳴き声しか上げてねえ。まるで解個体。いや、それ以下の知能みたいな。
Still, because it was splayed out on the ground, knocked unconscious, thanks to Ignis, we couldn't check for ourselves. For now, we should speak with Rendo and return this one to Bestia.
あ、図体がでけえからトラックで来いって伝えとけよ。
Watch, I'm saying this name wrong the whole time, just like the world tree. I'm gonna call it Bestia for now. I don't know, it's just irking me, y'all. Roger that. After sending a message to Rendo, he quickly replied that he was on his way. It must have worried him just as much. Then... What the heck, another one? Eee! The Minotaur spasms took me by surprise. I let out a scream as I leapt backward. Ouch! My back and arms slammed against the wall behind me, which was closer than I thought.
一人で何やってんだよ。
Sorry, I thought it moved, so I jumped. Ow!
どうした?
My hand kind of hurts. I glanced down at my hand to inspect it. Why it was throbbing so badly. There was a scrape, tiny as it was, on the back of my palms. Plus, tiny droplets of blood began to seep out. Uh-oh, looks like I banged my hand against the wall. The wall had some blemishes, which explains how I cut my hand. But the wound was nothing. As long as I give it proper treatment, the cut should clot in no time. But I noticed something. That's from Ignis. Ignis? Ignis was staring intently at the scrape on my hand. Before I could ask him what was the matter. Ah! He grabbed hold of my hand. That's for me. What the hell? Well, he is a dog. Don't they have healing properties? I'm thinking Inuyasha. I'm really thinking Inuyasha. So something hot made contact with the cut. What? His blushing self. I know I had to take a picture. All pictures. How many seconds had it taken for me to realize that it was Ignis's tongue? For a while, I was stunned, trying to understand what was happening. Oh, see, I'm trying to understand too. Trying to understand what was going on as it was happening. Hey, that's from Ignis. That's from me. Ignis grazed my cut with his tongue, punctuated his licks with sharp breaths. I felt his soft lips make gentle contact against my skin. It tickled and stung in equal measure. But above all else, it was impossible to ignore the intense embarrassment burning inside of me. Ignis! That's from him. I shouted so loudly that my voice cracked, which finally seemed to stop him. He was in a trance, y'all. Initially, Ignis stood there with a blank look on his face. That's from me. I felt the heat rise in my cheeks. I pressed the back of my hand on his chest. That's from Ignis. I saw the realization dawn on him, starting in his eyes before it sank downward, gripping his stomach as it pulled him back to earth. Yeah, you just did that. It wasn't long before the red in his cheeks rivaled the red flames engulfing his body. Panic began to set in, and out came a flurry of excuses before I posed a single question. Really? I can actually see that. But I don't know, the way he said there's nothing more to it, I feel like there's something more to it. That's for me? Oh, okay. I understand. That's from Ignis. That's from me. What was this? This overwhelming awkwardness? I could still see heat rising from my hand. Every time I glanced downward at it, Ignis shifted his gaze elsewhere. Someone, please save us from this punishing silence. In comes Rindo. I muttered the invocation to myself silently. Then we heard a pair of brakes screech from the direction of the street, followed by a gaggle of footsteps rushing towards us. The footsteps belonged to none other than Rindo, whom I had contacted earlier. Rindo eyed the unconscious Minotaur, inspecting every inch of its enormous body carefully. That's from Ignis. That's from me. His voice trailed off as though he picked up on the subtle, awkward tension lingering in the air. Don't worry about it. Some dots from a suspicious shadow. What the heck? Is this the same one from the prologues? Some more dots. The GPM agents gathered at the scene where we encountered the beast, covering it with a sheet before loading it in and driving off. Rendo saw them off with the wave, waiting until the truck was a bit further away before letting out a heavy sigh. By that time, both Ignis and I had somewhat recovered from our interaction.
それにしてもまたベスティアの魔獣とはね。確かにホールが多い世界だけど。
Rendo stretched his neck as he contemplated what it could mean, while the truck carrying the Minotaur vanished.
でまたピンポイントでこの街に。
I know, it is puzzling.
ホールは固定でもしない限り、世界中にランダムでつながる可能性があるんだけどな。
なのただの偶然だろ。
まあ今結論が出せる話じゃないから。とりあえずこの件は僕らに任せて。そろそろ日も暮れるし、君たちもアンシャンテに戻ったら。
That's like just the two of us.
それはもちろんそうじゃない？
お前は来ねえ。
Ignis too. Oh, we gotta get over ourselves. It's just a little looky lick. He's right. Come have a cup of coffee. In fact, let's make it a dinner. The intense embarrassment from earlier found its second wind, an encore of shame scored by the mere idea of us being alone. I hoped for nothing more than for Rendo to accompany us and diffuse this tension, which refused to leave us.
僕後処理あるからさ。
My wish was quickly dismissed, I'll bet with a reasonable excuse.
というかイグニス、普段僕を邪魔者扱いしてるのにどうしたんだい急に。
うっせえな、こっちにもいろいろあったんだよ。
Dots from Rendo. Rendo seemed taken aback by his attitude. Any subsequent attempts to cover the truth, it seemed, only served to worsen things. Shall we go, Ignis? Let's not take up any more of Rendo's time while he works. We wasted no time departing from the alley. Ignis and I walked on the path of the lively main street, doing so together in silence, all while maintaining a healthy distance. Dots all around. More dots all around.
おい。
Yes, may I help you?
なんで敬語な上にそんなにビビってんだよ。
Because that's just how a gal like me reacts. It was sensual. Oh, sorry, you scared me. There were other reasons, of course, but I trusted Ignis was aware enough of what I was thinking, which I kept quiet. It seemed this was a sufficient hint, and he paused his initial line of questioning. Then he spoke again. Oh my god, he's gonna bring it up again. Huh?
だからさっきの手の傷だって。
He struggled to look at my hand without blushing intensely as he pointed his trembly finger to the cut.
俺にとっちゃ傷のうちにも入らねえ程度のもんだけど。人間の女にとってもちげえだろ。痛むだろうしよ。だからアンシャンテに戻ったらきっちり手当てしとけ。適当に済ませんの。
That's from me. As he concluded his mumbled but well-intentioned suggestion. Some more rumbling. I closed the awkward space between us.
だよいきなりさっきまで露骨に距離開けてやがったくせに
Because I realized I had to get over myself. That's what happened. I could say the same thing about you, Ignis, but a truer, warmer feeling began to emerge through the haze of embarrassment. Thank you for your concern. There was something charming about the way he delivered his shy but kind gestures.
別に心配ってほどのもんでもねえよ
Mm-hmm.
お前に万が一何かあってうまい飯が食えなくなったら俺が困るわけじゃん
Sure. I'll let you off with that excuse. Yeah.
だっこらその流すような適当な返事は
I can't believe how weird you're being.
はあ
Before I knew it, I broke out into a smile, which seemed to dissipate any remnant of shame. Shame. I made my way back to Enchant while Ignis howled at the moon beside me. Why? Because he's a wolf? What the heck? It's not like he's a werewolf. Nut. What? Like just an almond? Like cashews? Like just regular nut? What's gonna happen now? I hate when it just ends like, no, it didn't end, but let's see what it's about to say next. The thing concerning Ignis and Rinda was, why are Minotaurs appearing in our world? What drew them to this particular town? Something that seemed to be a little more than coincidence would soon become a source of torment for Ignis and myself. Oh, what the heck? We already in chapter 2. Oh my God. So we're just going to end it off with that. Just, it said nut and then chapter 2. But we know the source of Ignis's troubles and myself. So we'll just have to wait till the second chapter. So I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in as always. So after this will just be possibly the stocked chapters 11 through 14. 15 will be included with Death Stranding. So they will be released about a week before Death Stranding 2 releases, and y'all already know I'm gonna get that deluxe edition. I'm aiming at the collector's edition, but y'all know how it is, life happens. But if anything, I will be playing it right on June 24th, and I'm gonna take my time, so I'll be releasing that monthly. So we got Mafia 3 coming up and more Cafe Enchant. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe with the little bell jingle turned on so you all stay tuned in, my wonderful people filled with greatness. And as always, much love, much peace, and catch you on the flip side.